I launched my first ebook in 2019, and since then, digital products have helped bring in thousands of dollars of additional revenue to my creator business. Today, I'm going to be sharing digital product ideas specifically for content creators and influencers, so you can help your community and make their lives easier, and of course, make great income. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Austen and I am a fashion and beauty content creator based in New York City. I use this channel to help micro influencers create great content, grow their digital brands, and earn sustainable income from content creation. So if any of that interests you, please do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for new videos every Tuesday. So if you clicked on this video and you've never made a digital product before, you might be wondering, why digital products? Why should I spend time and effort into creating these? And I think the better question is actually, why not? The beauty of a digital product compared to a physical product is that it is much cheaper, if not almost free, to create, with one of the only exchanges needed being the time you spend to create them. With digital products, you can be successful even with a small audience, or actually no audience, depending on where you decide to place your digital products online. Your customers get instant delivery, there's instant gratification, there's no need to wait for something to arrive in the mail. You get paid much faster. And again, really what you need to create a great digital product is your own expertise and understanding of what your audience wants from you. As I mentioned, I started selling digital products in 2019, so I do have a few years of experience now where I feel like I can speak on this topic, and I've actually personally created several of the different products that I'm going to talk you through today. So without further ado, let's get into my top 5 digital product ideas for influencers. And I'm going to be going through these digital products in order of least effort / lowest cost to higher effort and higher cost. The first digital product idea I want to talk about is presets. Presets are pre-designed filters that people create using Adobe Lightroom that you can actually apply to your own photos. So what a lot of influencers and content creators have done is, if people have asked them in the past, how are you editing your photos? How are you getting that specific look or vibe or coloring in your imagery? They've actually gone ahead and taken the presets that they have designed in Adobe Lightroom, packaged them together, and have started selling them. I think if you are constantly getting compliments or questions about your photo editing style, that presets are pretty much a no-brainer for you. I think one of the most well-known examples of a creator who got a lot of comments and compliments on her editing style is Tessa Barton, aka Tezza, and she's actually gone ahead to develop an entire app now that is fully dedicated to photo and video editing. That is obviously a little bit more complicated, but creating presets is not. I think the beauty of presets too is you can get as specific as you want to. So for example, if you're a travel creator and you create really beautiful landscape images that maybe you're featured in as well, but you're really getting all of the colors of the background to pop, maybe you can have a nature preset or a travel preset. Maybe if you're a lifestyle creator and you shoot a lot of colorful and fun poppy content at home, you can have more of a colorful preset. Take a look back through your Instagram feed and check out the different photos and videos you've created and posted over the years to see if you can identify any common factors in your photo editing style. The next type of digital product I want to talk to you about is the digital download. I'm talking printables, I'm talking checklists, I'm talking workbooks, cheat sheets, any type of tracker. So this is great if you in your content already talk about productivity tips, how to stay organized, how to keep track of your habits or daily things that you're doing. Any type of workflow that you have created that makes your life easier that you can turn into a single page or 2 or 3 page digital product. One idea is, let's say you're a fashion creator and you talk a lot about thrifting and what you look for when you go thrifting. You could potentially put together a checklist for each item that someone finds at a thrift store. So for example, is it in good condition? Are there any damages? If there are, ask the storekeeper if they can negotiate the price down. Things to keep in mind, like bringing water and hand sanitizer. That could instantly become a checklist for your audience. If you're a beauty content creator who's passionate about giving the right skincare recommendations, maybe you can create an ingredient cheat sheet. list all of the most important ingredients for different skin types and skin tones so that people know what to look out for when they're browsing on Sephora or shopping for new products. As you can see, these are super simple ideas. They won't take very long to create, but you being the expert and knowing more than your audience does about this particular topic and giving them that easy one-page sheet is just going to make their lives so much easier and help them navigate thrift shopping better, navigate the beauty industry better. Let's move on to my third digital product idea, which is the ebook/mini guide. Think about that one thing that you get many repeat questions about as a content creator that you could potentially turn into an ebook or mini guide. For example, if you are a food content creator and you're always getting questions from your audience about easy 20-minute meals, maybe you can put together an ebook with 5 easy 20-minute meals to cover someone for an entire work week. Or maybe you're a fitness content creator and you are constantly getting questions from people about a 30-day challenge or 30-day consistent workout plan. You could create an ebook with that workout plan and charge your customers for it. I would say that usually an ebook will obviously answer a question that your audience is asking you, and this ebook will also likely be based on one of your main content pillars. If you don't know what content pillars are, I talk about them a lot on this channel. It's basically the handful of subtopics that you create content about on your social media profiles. They may be a tiny bit more broad or they might be specific, but knowing your content pillars is a really great place to look to start for digital product inspiration. And if you're brand new to content pillars and you'd like a bit of a walkthrough of how they work and what they are, feel free to download my free guide called the Influencer Launchpad. I created this guide just for my audience and community because you guys have asked so many good questions about getting started as a content creator and knowing what to post about and what to create. So inside the Influencer Launchpad, you'll find more information about content pillars, how to set them up, and figuring out your content schedule. So you can grab that free guide from the link down below in the description box. Moving on to my fourth digital product idea for influencers, and that is to host a virtual workshop. In my experience, virtual workshops work best when you have that one topic that your audience is really curious about that you feel like you could talk about for at least 30 minutes, maybe up to 90 minutes. Maybe there's a Q&A portion of your workshop and you land somewhere around 60, where you can demonstrate proven results, even if it's just on a small scale. The workshop should be very clear. By the time they're done taking it, they should understand whatever you were trying to teach, and they should have a clear outline of how to get from point A to point B based on what they've learned in your workshop. So as an example, maybe you are a content creator who focuses on home decor and interiors, and maybe you could do a virtual workshop all about bookshelf styling. I could probably use your help. I feel like I'm a little book heavy right now, but I also should get a new bookcase anyway. But that is a workshop that maybe your audience would like to take that you could certainly do for 30 minutes. And you could even start doing that seasonally because some people like swapping out their decor for fall, winter, spring, so on and so forth. Or maybe you are a makeup expert and you want to teach an hour-long workshop sharing the top 5 makeup application techniques and a really close-up look at you actually applying products and sharing those techniques with people following along as you're teaching live. And my 5th digital product idea is to create an online course. Now, of course, this is going to take the most time and effort to create. I have not personally attempted a full-on online course yet. I've only done live virtual workshops, and that's because it will be pretty time-consuming to create the right online course for your audience. But as a result, you can also then charge a higher price point. An online course should be about a topic that you are super interested in, that you truly feel like you are an expert in, that you have a lot of experience with, and that you could talk about for multiple hours on end. I think it's also important that when you're creating an online course, you have proven results of what you've already done on not just a small or short scale, but really a larger or long-term scale. Let's say that you are a personal finance creator and something that you're really passionate about is passive revenue. So maybe you have a YouTube channel that is bringing in $10,000 a month consistently, and you've done that for several months already. Then that gives you the proven long-term experience to then teach a course about how to start a profitable YouTube channel, because then you've already proven you can do it. You can tell other creators your strategies of how you've grown on YouTube, and that is definitely something that would take multiple hours or multiple modules to kind of really get into the meat of. Or maybe you create content about family or motherhood and you have had 2 kids and you were able to figure out a way to still prioritize time for yourself as a new mom, and there are probably new moms out there who are wondering the same thing. How do I make time for myself again when I feel like all of my focus needs to be on my new baby? So maybe you have strategies and tips that you can put through together in a course and explain how you were able to do it with your children, and then how they can apply the same framework to their own lives. So those are my 5 digital product ideas for influencers and content creators. And I have personally had experience creating downloadable digital products, ebooks, and online workshops, and I can safely say that they are all great for different reasons. So think about what your income goals are, what your audience actually wants from you, and what you would be really excited to spend the time creating. Because while digital products do require a lot of upfront effort to get them created, get them marketed to your audience, and get them actually listed online, the passive income that can come from them is amazing. And once you have that system in place, things just kind of start rolling in without you needing to attend to them much more. I did want to spend some time addressing the question of where to sell your digital products, because I think there are 2 pretty obvious places where you can do this. The first one is to sell your digital products on Etsy, and the second is to sell them on your own website. And I just want to talk through the pros and cons of both of these options. And I should mention, I don't have any personal experience selling on Etsy, but if you want more information about selling digital products on Etsy, my friend Alyssa's YouTube channel is definitely the place to be. She has so many videos on the topic and you're gonna love her channel. I think the biggest pro of selling your digital products on Etsy is that Etsy is a digital storefront of independent sellers. So when people come to Etsy, they're already in the mindset and the mentality that they're going to buy something. And Etsy is also a searchable platform. So if someone types in habit tracker or bullet journal pages to Etsy, they're going to see a bunch of different search results, and you can use SEO, search engine optimization, to optimize your listings so that they show up at the top of search results. I do think the cons of having your digital products on Etsy are, number one, at the end of the day, it's just not your own site or storefront. So if anything is ever wrong, if Etsy is down, it's not really within your control and you could potentially miss out on sales. Not to mention, Etsy does take a cut of your revenue. I don't know the exact numbers, but I will link Etsy's sales page and policies and stuff down below so you can quickly and easily find that information. In terms of pros of hosting digital products on my own website, first of all, I feel like I really own them. I feel like I have a lot of control over my digital products, and I do kind of like that people have to go to austentosone.com to get the digital products, because that's also driving traffic to austentosone.com, which I have not focused as much on driving traffic to my professional website as I have to my blog, of course. And this is just a nice way to get a traffic bump, get more people over to my website and let them see a full description of the products and have it displayed exactly how I want it. I personally have my austentosone.com website through Squarespace, and it is a commerce site. So that's how I'm also able to collect payments using Stripe. But if you are on WordPress, you could integrate Shopify. There's plenty of different ways to set up an online storefront and collect payments online. The big con of having a website, and this is where you want to think about whether you have no audience or a small audience versus a larger audience, is you will need to drive traffic to your own listings. People aren't just thinking, oh, I really want an invoice template as a content creator, better go to Austen's website. I mean, if they are, that's amazing, but I don't want to assume that, where they might be much more likely to go to Etsy and search for an invoice template instead. So it's up to me then to market that content, to get people excited about my products and bring awareness to the fact that I do sell products on my website. And so for that reason, you want to think about how much traffic would you actually need to drive to your blog or website to get a conversion rate that makes sense and actually make sales of your product. So again, if you don't have your own audience yet, or you have a very small audience, maybe Etsy is the way to go since there's already an audience there. You don't need to bring your own community over that way. But if you do have a really engaged community, even if it's a small one, and they're willing to hop over to your website because they listen to you and follow what you say, then you're able to kind of get the best of both worlds where you own your content and you're still driving enough traffic to make enough sales to make your digital products worthwhile. I would actually love to do another video fully dedicated to how to market your digital products as an influencer, because I think the benefit of creating digital products as an influencer is we're already very used to marketing things, but there are so many different options and different ways you can market your products. It's a little overwhelming, and I did want this video to focus primarily on the ideas, give you some real examples of these different digital products to get your gears turning and think about what you would be the most excited to create and what your audience wants from you. So if you would like to see a video like that in the future, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. If I get a bunch of responses, I'll definitely think about adding that one to my list, but I just want to make sure there's interest from you guys first. Digital products really have been so amazing for my business. I'm so happy that I added that revenue stream to my creator business as a full-time micro influencer. And if you guys want to learn more about my other income streams, I do have a whole video here on my channel where I talk through my 7, I think at the time, but now actually 8 income streams as a full-time influencer that allows me to do this even as a micro influencer. So I will link that video down below in the description box in case you'd like to go watch it next. Thank you again for watching today's YouTube video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As I mentioned, I put out new videos every Tuesday, and you can even turn on the notifications so that you never miss an upload from me. And lastly, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up down below. That does help my channel out and tells me what kind of videos you guys are enjoying from me. I'll be back again next week with another new video. Until then, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!